Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Ever17, the Out of Infinity. But I need to start here on the main page here. Again, but before we get into this, let's finish something off. Shall we? Okay, I just kind of... Here we go. The end credits to Tsugumi's playthrough. But anywhere to begin an episode with the end credits. So, for completion's sake, here they are. Definitely curious about what that's all about. I think I've got an idea, but not certain at all. I'm not gonna really try to talk over this, so I'm not gonna care about whether the music is too loud or not. But I did notice that Tsugumi was over here, so I guess that does verify that it's her end. And I was thinking about this right here. Is it because I haven't went through Kid's Path? Even though when I go through Kid's Path, it will not be that voice actor? And drill. Alright, there's the end credits for Tsugumi's story. I have to say that, and we are in the infinity loop because this is the never-ending story, apparently. Wait, that's something completely different. Yeah, but I have to say that, that overall, even though it wasn't exactly the happiest ending, I rather enjoyed it. A lot of times when the happy endings can feel really tacked on there, you know, like Gladiator. In that movie, that if he'd lived, that would have just been a crappy ending. You know, so sometimes it really is more appropriate if the character can die at the end. And even though I guess they could just not run out of batteries, but you know, with it happening, you know, with the battery thing, instead of coming up with some crazy solution, I thought it was pretty appropriate. Takashi proved, you know, for sure who he was, so it's all good. Alright. We gotta get over Takashi. Gotta get over Tsugumi for now. And we're gonna dive back into this. I was really I've been really tempted. I've been going back and forth. I've been told that I could do Sora's ending pretty quickly. But with me trying to make this more of a blind let's play and kind of let surprises be surprises, I'm going to go ahead and go with the kid like I was planning on it. And after his playthrough, I might do the some of the wrap-up work before going towards the real ending. So yeah, that I believe is my plan. My plan is to not have a plan, but not to carry out the plan of going towards the real ending until, yes, bunch of confusion. Dang it, why'd I have to reach an ending? Now I'm all confused. New game. Now is this, hopefully this is gray because it's a new game, and I've read it. So we're gonna find that out. Like I said, I started as a kid. I started the kid's path. It got maybe 2 or 3 days into it. I remember the tag game with the kid, but I'm going to actually yeah, I can't remember if this is supposed to be green like the other or not. But I'm going to pause this. I'm going to actually read this because, as I've said, I have a crappy memory. I'm going to read this bit, and when we get to the decision, what was the first decision? Whether or not to listen to Sora or not? Or listen to Coco's joke? I think that was it. When we get to that, or whatever it was, I shall be back. Alright. I'm back. I decided to F3 it anyway. I remembered it pretty well. I did realize that they never explained why Tsugumi was dressed up in a Tanuki outfit. Don't tell me why, just tell me, is that explained somewhere? That's weird. Why was she in a Tanuki outfit? But anyway, I mean, it's her voice. I mean, I did a playthrough with her, and I know it's her voice. That's as a big Tanuki who punches the crap out of Takashi. It was meant to be at first punch. Alright, let's listen to the explanation. Let's not be distracted by Coco's joke about the, what was it, the penny? Like the million pennies in a second or something.
まあ気にならないこともないけど、後でな。
Very weird to have Takashi's voice in there. Patting the little dog's head, he turned back to listen to the explanation.
というわけで、各フロアの構造はお分かりになっていただけたと思います。ところで、このLeMUは飽和潜水仕様の設計になっています。つまり、内部の気圧が外の水圧と同等か、またはそれを上回るようになっているのです。話の始めでもお伝えしましたように、これから皆さんがお入りになる館内はどこもかしこも6気圧の混合ガスで満たされています。ですから今このようにして皆さんの体を6気圧の大気に慣らしているというわけです。もちろんこの混合ガスは酸素、窒素、ヘリウムで構成されておりますので、人体には全く無害です。 どうして中の気圧を高めているのかと申しますと、それはレミューの安全性を確保するために必要不可欠だからです。皆さんはこれから海の中へと潜っていくわけですが。
I did listen to the joke earlier, didn't I?
ここでちょっぴり不安に思われている方も中にはいらっしゃるのではないでしょうか。海水が漏れて中に入ってきたらどうするんだとか、水圧に押しつぶされて沈没してしまうんじゃないかとか。
No, not until you started mentioning it.
しかしどうかご安心ください。そのような心配は一切ご無用です。内部の気圧を高めているので、このレミューが水圧によって押しつぶされることは絶対にありえないのです。ところでこの加圧室に入る前に皆さんにイヤホンのようなものをお配りしましたよね。はい、そうです。今皆さんが耳に装着されているそのイヤホンです。これはただのイヤホンではなく音声変換器と言います。レミューの中にはヘルウムガスが充満しているので、この変換器を耳につけていないとアヒルのような声に聞こえてしまうのです。
Now this I know of. Okay, it's going.
声がどうかしたの？
さっきの説明聞いてなかったのかよ。
Yes, let's make fun of Coco for not listening, cause we never would.
つうか自分の声自分で聞いてみ。おかしいぞ、まるで8本足の宇宙人だ。
An eight-legged alien, that's rather specific. Okay, F3 ain't doing nothing.
もういい、もうお腹いっぱい、サンキュー。
He placed the voice alternators back in his ears again and turned back to watch the staffer.
さあ、説明はこれで終わりです。あと1分ほどでこの部屋の脇にあるドアが開きます。
Okay, now we're skipping. Yep, and the kid and you are wandering about. She's making him feel uncomfortable and he can't remember anything. Now he's running away. And that girl. No change there. It was definitely her name's Sarah, from what I gather from the credits and intro credits. There's supposedly a spoiler in the credits, so I'm guessing that might be what it is. Oh, and yay, Tsugumi, first contact with Kagashi. It's gonna be weird for me to get maybe that was another reason I kind of quit playing it. You know, getting one ending is kind of hard to get back into the game. But yeah, in the credits, her name is Saris, and obviously she's very important if she's in the beginning credits, so, and in the end credits. So that must be. I mean, that must be the. There's gonna have to be something happen to where she's introduced into the story more. I'm guessing playing through as a kid. Don't tell me for certain. But I'm guessing that's what it is. And the blue, I remember blaming the Tanuki earlier, so we're gonna forget it this time.
いや、なんでもない、ちょっとこけただけ。
そうですか。
He couldn't bring himself to say that the Tanuki had floored him with one punch. The big Tanuki turned its back and ran. The Tanuki silhouette pranced slightly away into darkness and in the distance. A moment later, it had disappeared up the hallway ahead.
あれ、あのミュミュンどうしたんだろう。
Oh yeah, that's right. Mew Mew. Mew Mew. Mew Mew. The staffer looked after Tanuki as she
持ち
spoke.
場に戻りなさいっての。まあいいや。
She looked at him again and smiled, laughing. Yes, if I had known you before, I would expect you to get back to your post. But knowing you now, I know that you're not the type to be that diligent.
お客さん、何かありましたらいつでも呼んでくださいね。
The staffer disappeared, and skipping more. What is the next decision? Wait, this is the kid kind of being awkwardly lured in by Tsugumi, right? He had just heard that it was not a Tanuki, but Mew Mew, the fox monkey. But that information had already disappeared from his mind. I forgot its name. Doesn't matter though, he's the one that hit me and ran away. He didn't want revenge, but he did want to ask it why it had done what it did. Without making a sound, he slowly approached the Tanuki mascot, Mew Mew, and as soon as he got behind it, he quickly grabbed the costume by the head. There! Is the kid, looking his ever constant uncomfortable self. Although he was having quite a weird reaction at that point though, so. And Coco, that's right. Decisions. You know, I'll apologize this time, since Takashi will be over to the side as I play through as a kid. Next time I play through as Takashi, I'll just ignore. It'll be sad, but I'll ignore next time. I keep pushing my hand over to the side, even though there's no way you guys can see that.
ごめん。
He didn't recall Singer, but he nodded it slightly in apology.
何か気に障ったかな。
別に。
ん？
He was getting more and more confused.
つまりこのエレベーター従業員専用なの。だから。
ああ、なるほど。
So wait, was Tsugumi actually employed as the mascot? No, that's not right. I mean, surely not. There was some reason I'm sure that she was trying to be there, which was not explained. Dang it, too many open questions. Jolting suddenly, the elevator stopped. He looked at the ceiling. The lights flickered
なん
unsteadily.
だ。
まさか。
It couldn't be what? And, kids running around. Oh wow, we're almost there, I think. That's pretty appropriate because he was considering all of them his friends. He kind of tries to find out who everybody is. You know, Soros, Tsugumi, you even, and the kid. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I'm really ready for the kid with my memory, right? So yeah, maybe that's kind of appropriate. Even though it sounded like he was with a pretty strange group of people himself, from what I remember. But here we are, going to be the kid. Alright. I haven't practiced this, but okay, you know what? No voice. No voice. Just me again. I'll try to sound a little bit more scared and shocked though, since that's what the kid's face always looked like he was always in a constant state of fear and surprise and alarm. I didn't know where I was, but I quietly opened my eyes. The next thing I knew, I was on a bed. The ceiling was so white it was slightly blinding. It smelled of disinfectant. I wondered where I was.
気がついた？
A shadow passed above me on the bed. I wondered who it could be. No, wait a minute. Somewhere, I felt like I'd met this person somewhere.
具合はどう？顔色は良さそうだけど。
Who? Who was it? I knew her. I was sure that I knew her. Still, I couldn't put my finger on any one thing that hurt about her that I knew. The more I thought about it, the more area around my temples pounded with pain.
あれ？やっぱりダメそうかな。頭痛いの？
I pressed my temples with the fingers of both hands, nodding slightly.
わかった。じゃあ、ちょっと待ってて。痛み止め探してみるから。
She laughed sweetly and stepped away from me. I raised myself up and looked around. The room was completely white, with a number of beds tidily lined up in a row. Looking behind me, there was a curved glass window in the wall. I got off the bed and put on my shoes, which were neatly arranged below me. I approached the window. Outside, as far as the eye could see, was one endless sheet of blue. Transparent waves of light swayed gently in the deep, dense navy mist. Okay, navy color, okay. I put both of my hands on the wall and pushed my face up against the glass. Just then, a flash of silver light darted across my vision. Darted across my vision. For an instant, I was afraid. Then I noticed it was just a fish. This is the middle of the ocean.
どうしちゃったの？
Yeah, I'm guessing she's confused about, you don't know you're in the middle of the ocean? At some point, the girl had come to a stand beside me.
当たり前でしょ？ここはレミューの救護室なんだから。
LeMU. The instant I heard that word, a flash of searing light reappeared in the back of my mind. That's right, that's right. I had come to LeMU. The theme park. LeMU floated in the ocean, and I had been walking around LeMU with her. There were ancient ruins and a well floating in the darkness, the jellyfish gondola and the merry-go-round. But why had I come to this place, to LeMU? Had I come for fun? Of course I had. This was a theme park after all. But was that right? Was that really the reason? Violent head pains struck me again. I shook my head again and again, my face distorted from the pain.
ちょっと大丈夫？もう少し横になってた方がいいんじゃない？
She helped support me as I returned to the bed.
はい、痛み止め。
She held 2 white pills in her left hand. In her right was a cup filled with water. White pills, 2 of them. Already with decisions. Why already with the decisions? We've only been playing as a kid for about 3 minutes. It seems like it must be a pretty bad headache, so thanks. I took the pills and gulped them down.
多分軽い気圧障害だと思うよ。よくいるのよ、お客さんで。突然具合が悪くなって運び込まれちゃう人が。
As she said this, she slyly took the cup from my hand. I sank my head back into the fluffy pillow.
そもそも無理があるのよ。慣れない人がいきなり6気圧の中で長時間活動するのなんてさ。人間は地表の気圧の中で快適に過ごせるように作られてるんだもん。こんな密度の濃い空気を吸ってたら体が拒絶反応を起こしちゃうのは当然だと思う。空気と初恋は淡い方がいいに決まってるの。コーヒーと初恋なら濃い方がいいけどね。
And she's saying this to a random stranger who is about 13 or 14. Okay. Huh? She touched my face with the palm of her hand. The backs of her slender fingers stroked my cheek. The smooth texture of her skin slipped down from my neck to above my chest, stopping there.
大丈夫。熱はないみたい。
She smiled at me. Somehow I felt all embarrassed. I pulled the bed cover up to my eyes and hid my face.
それじゃあそのまましばらく休んでて。私、外の様子見てくるから。
Outside?
なんて説明すればいいのかな。君が寝てる間にちょっとしたトラブルがあったみたいで。まあ、そのことは後で説明するから。今はとにかく何も考えずにゆっくり休む。いい。
Seeing me nod, she walked away from the bed. Hey, wait a second. Just let me ask you one thing.
何？
Why am I here? You just told me this is the LeMU Infirmary, right?
君はね、スバイトストックの売店でいきなり倒れちゃったの。それで私は通りがかりの男の人と君をこの救護室まで運んできて。っていうか、覚えてないの？あの時のこと。
Kiosk. At the kiosk. In front of the big window. A sweet smell. Something covering my body. The lemur mascot. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm figuring it out. She doesn't know that he went running in crowd. I was wondering because I don't remember Takashi meeting him until after the thing had already went down. Well, he met him as the mascot, and then he passed out, and then he met him later. Okay, I was thinking that they were saying that he was toted there after the thing by Takashi. Okay.
お前だろう、俺を殴ったのは。
That's right, I remember. Yes, that is right, I do remember now. And I was struck dizzy. Like something being stolen away. I lost consciousness and...
どう？思い出した？
Yes.
他に質問は？
I shook my head and answered.
はい。それじゃあ、いい子にして待っててね。すぐ戻ってくるから。
She patted my head gently and began walking for the door. While I turned my head to stare at her back. My name's Yu. My last name is Tanaka. My real name is much longer though. But it's such a pain, just call me Yu. I remembered her words. Yu turned at the door and looked back at me, lifting her hand to wave and left the infirmary. All alone inside the room, it was quiet, like time had stopped. I didn't know if the medicine had started to work or not, but my headache was completely gone. As I stared at the ceiling, I thought about the events leading to my being in that bed. Before I passed out, I had been walking around LeMU with you. We had gone to a shop and were talking. Then we rode an egg-shaped elevator up 2 floors. Before I had met you, I had been in a small park. I was on a bench in that park. I was waiting for someone. Who was I waiting for? I didn't know. My memory was a fog, and thinking about events after that, my mind just seemed to cloud over. I shook my head several times, trying to clear it and concentrate. Why was I here? Why had I come to LeMU? Did I come alone, or was I with someone else? What was I doing before I came to LeMU? How had I arrived at this amusement park? I have a feeling all these answers will not be... they're not all going to be answered. I mean, seriously. One ending just leaves more questions than it does answers. But I guess that's what makes this game fun, is because it you have to keep attacking it from different angles, I guess you could say, to find out the real story. And hopefully this episode wasn't too scatterbrained or well, scatterbrained is probably right, because I can't come up with another word. But I'll be back in the groove in the next one, as we get on the path with the kid to see his his POV of the Lemurian tragedy, the Lemurian incident. Yeah, I guess that's what you could call it. But anyway, I'll be back for the next episode. I do hope you enjoyed. Farewell, folks.